Rocks taken out, or a lot of other things, but more so what I've been seeing in ZVZ, Koshkii, is the drops, which I'm really excited to see. We
Yeah.
very well may not see them. We very well may see them. It's just kind of what you're going to do. But if those drops start to occur, it often forces the other player to either be more aggressive or simply drop themselves so there's action all over the map. It's the ignition of a big StarCraft All-Runner card. Now, anytime I see All-Runner, I'm just imagining that Reddit post of, it's a Marine. So that's what it is. I'm like,
Yeah,
man, I can't get that out of my
I
head.
saw that too. I can't either, no. But here we are, spawning in the top left. We have got our green Zerg representing Poland. It is Tefl.
And his opponent, representing the United States of America. From Flipside Tactics, it is the Blue Zerg, Jon Snow. And Jon Snow, he's like, you know, I'm going to punish you. This is how I want to play it. And this is something you can get their overall, I think, just demeanor. When you throw them on Arena, Jon Snow's like, okay, I'll be aggressive. Tefl, I'm going to play it out normal.
Yeah, Tefl being, he's getting his spawning pool a little bit later. However, Jon Snow, with this earlier spawning pool, could have lings at Tefl's base in a short amount of time.
We'll have to see how this plays out. Of course, even just knowledge on Arena is not too hard to come by because easily Tefl can get that scout in. And that's something really cool I always found about Arena is I don't know if you could make another map, but if you could make a map that was kind of short the same way, but you couldn't get as easily as an Overlord, a scout, something like that. I always really find fascinating about this map, just how it is set up, and we'll see how it comes down with those Overlord scouts. Tefl scouts in. Doesn't quite get what he wants to know, but Jon Snow is moving out because he really doesn't care what's on the other side of the map. He's going to go and punish
Well,
it.
so there was actually a little blip of red for Tefl. I watched the player camera there. There
Ooh.
was a little blip of red. He may or may not have seen that, but he does have a spine crawler on the way. The drone decides
Cancels him.
otherwise, though. It actually goes back. He cancels that, gets some more lings out. Maybe not too scared of all the lings that are out just yet. Drones and lings now arriving at the Nat, trying to push this away.
Tefl saw that there was a natural base for Jon Snow and knew that Jon Snow wasn't completely all in right here, but Jon Snow's actually doing a decent engagement, managed to pick up 2 drone kills, and is still posturing at this natural base, looking for an angle, looking for a trajectory into the mineral field. Looks like he's not going to be able to quite make it, but this is a dangerous dance that Tefl and Jon Snow are playing. Looks like with the Queen being on in here, Tefl should be okay, but Jon Snow, he's almost got enough lings in here to push in and kill another drone if he wants to.
And Jon Snow, he does have a second base behind this. He has not gone completely all in with this attack. He has done damage. Going back a little bit, I mean, he did go for the earlier pool, but, he did alright versus Tefl. And the worker count's pretty similar here.
Nice engagement from Jon Snow. He spreads out his lings really well to take a little bit more even engagement than what it would have been on No Man's Land, or pardon me, in an open plain. But now we have... Just note that neither player getting metabolic boost. They're both on the slow tech, and we may very well see them take up to Roach Warren. But Tefl, he's got gas income. Well, only now Jon Snow is doing that. I think once Tefl has held this early aggression, he may be able to just jump off of that into the Roach pool. Kappa.
We do have that Roach Warren now coming down We have a Roach Warren, coming down for Tefl. But not yet.
I literally meant like getting in on it, like, woo, we're gonna jump into the Roach pool. And then I was like, wait, spawning pool, Roach pool? I don't know, Blizzard. I think it should have been the Roach pool.
Roach pool sounds like more of a party to me.
Man, I don't know if it's a party. Would you want to go to a party that was like, yeah, we got a Roach pool? I don't think so. I'd be in on the spawning pool, Kappa.
That'd be a
lovely party to join in on. Right now, Tefl has one Baneling, which is basically the key of his defense, and it's on the run, man. It does not want to die. The Queen's going to be enough to push it back, but looks like Jon Snow won't scout, as you mentioned, Koshkii, that Roach Warren, while Jon Snow adds on 2 gas. What is Jon Snow doing here? Adds on a 3rd. Could he go 2-base Muta?
I'm wondering. That's a good question, but we've got... Oh, he is getting his layer now. It could be. Both players getting roaches, and we got Ravagers coming out for Tefl.
In theory, on Alrena, you do have 2 big choke points you can lock down with lurkers, but we don't quite see that as often. And with that quick layer, I mean, what else could it be for? I guess he will be going 2 base Muta versus, oh, barely that Overlord
We
gets away.
do
It's a happy
have,
Overlord with Jon Snow.
yeah. I'm just curious. We do have I believe. No, never mind. I misread that. We do have an Evo chamber for Tefl, I believe. Or did I just completely imagine an Evo chamber? No, we do have one for Jon Snow if he
Yep,
decides to go for
we do
drops.
have. Yeah, we do have one for Jon Snow, exactly, if he wants to do that. But Tefl, at least for now, is already shutting down some overlords on his side of the map, making sure they don't have too much vision. But, I mean, Jon Snow is just kind of posturing out there. There's Roach Warren, there is Speed, and it looks like he's just going to go for a really big Roach attack. And normally this is complemented by Hydralisk Den, but looks like he's just going to go for the Roach Speed, and maybe he's going to be able to simply overwhelm Tefl, where Tefl is thinking, you know what, I got a lot, I can have a concave on this ramp. But Jon Snow's just going to go around, take down the back rocks, or take down technically the middle rocks, and push him. But or Jon Snow's playing super safe. I can't really tell. He's kind of all over the place.
Yeah, Tefl's moving forward. Jon Snow knows this, but, you know, Tefl, he's getting past that bridge, setting up some vials, taking out an Overlord. But there is a spine. There is, you know, nice high ground there for Jon Snow. It's like the spine, though. Ooh, very nice.
Transfuse.
Transfuse on that, too.
Great job by Jon Snow with the transfuses. Doesn't quite get a transfuse right there, but still it is alive. He's got Roach Speed on the way and +1. At least once Roach Speed finishes, he may really easily be able to get up right into the face of Tefl, but Tefl is doing a wonderful job supply blocking Jon Snow. Total, he's killed 4 Overlords, I think, with this, and now he's going to be able to put pressure onto that third base, but is this the time Jon Snow can put a wedge between the reinforcements and the main army of Tefl? Resonating Glaives, or actually not Resonating Glaives, pardon me, the Corrosive Bile will force Jon Snow to pull back, and Jon Snow is actually pushed back into a position where Tefl could almost have a concave, but Roach Speed, it is done, yet will that be enough for Jon Snow? I fear Tefl may just have overwhelming forces.
Yeah, these roaches and these ravagers just pushing up the ramp. The spine crawler has died. A lot of queens have fallen too. And it looks like Tefl
there's +1,
yeah.
but I think Tefl's going to be able to just wreck on through Jon Snow. Koshkii, he's up 1-0 in this best of 5, and he's going to take it really easy into this. You got to remember, Ravagers do have a little bit less health, but it doesn't quite matter right there. Jon Snow tries to snipe them, but So Jon Snow did delay his third hatch, he did delay it longer than Tefl, but it's not like Tefl sent drones there or anything. He just had that third hatch. They're both kind of seeming even. I feel like Tefl just made a little bit better decision, I guess, maybe with his gas, getting those corrosive biles that gave him more opportunities. And he just took also a beautiful engagement, like it was strategy which happened right there. It wasn't just, I have the unit that counters your unit. It was actually, oh, here's a nice little angle, here's a trajectory, and oh, there's a concave.
Yeah, Tefl did a really good job setting up the attack. I did like Jon Snow's transfuses, but, you know, in the end, that spine crawler did fall. Yeah, and I feel like, you know, Jon Snow, he had that slightly early spawning pool, which means he sacrificed just